What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode on Candrea TV. Today, you guys, I am sharing with you some tips on how to invest time in developing your entrepreneurial muscle. I'm also eating. I've got some noodles here, spicy hot noodles, and some egg rolls, you guys. That is dinner is lunchtime for me. I'm sorry, not dinner, lunchtime. So I just thought I'd eat and share these tips with you guys. So let's say grace and we're going to get started. Holy Father, thank you for this food that I'm about to receive and nourishing my bodies on today. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, I pray. All right, great, you guys. So yes, I came across some material that I thought was beneficial for a lot of us entrepreneurs out there. And so I'm going to be sharing those tips with you. But right now I am very, very hungry. So we're going to dive in. You guys, these are some really good chicken egg rolls with cabbage. I've got carrots, vegetables, and I've got sweet and sour sauce that I'm dipping it in. It's very, very hot. It's just fresh out the oven. I am so hungry, y'all. I haven't ate since breakfast, which was earlier this morning. Egg rolls are so delicious. These are so hot, you guys. I cook mine in the oven and let them get really crunchy. It's so good. You can see the smoke coming from it. That's how hot it is. Ooh. I don't know what I did with my napkin. You guys, this goes, egg rolls actually goes so good with noodles. And these are pretty spicy. I'm not really a spicy, hot eater. I can't deal with that heat, but I can deal with this level of heat. It's still kind of spicy, y'all. Y'all see that smoke? It's just really smoking hot from the fire. But this really goes good with egg rolls. And they're nice size ones too. I was going to eat 3, but whew. I was going to eat 3, but I can actually get really full off of 3. 2 is good. A good amount. And I got some Kool-Aid, tropical punch Kool-Aid with stacked with ice. I got to have that ice, y'all. Love it. How many of y'all eat ice when you drink beverages? Where's all the ice lovers at? Y'all have to forgive me. If I'm smacking, my bad. I'm just that hungry, y'all. And this is so, so good. Woo. Man, y'all have got to try this. It is so bomb. Oh, dang, I hit my lip. It's hot. Lordy, lordy. It doesn't take. I put a little bit more water in mine this time because I promise you, these noodles be so hot. from the spice that I would have been choking and guzzling down that Kool-Aid by now. I put a little extra water in it, so tone it down a little bit. Whew. Mm. Y'all, I could eat this all day, I'm telling you, especially these egg rolls. Mm. Y'all see what's in it? It's got meat, white meat, chicken, cabbage, and carrots. And the sauce is orange sweet and sour sauce. It just sets it off. That taste, oh my. I love crunchy stuff. You know, like a good old crunch. So anyways, y'all, enthusiasm is a must for an entrepreneur. You have to have a lot of enthusiasm in this game, in this industry. Woo. Now it's time for some of this. Okay, so when you're an entrepreneur, ooh, that's something in my eye. You have to believe in your product or your service wholeheartedly. You have to keep enthusiasm alive. You have to have, learn how to, when your energy gets low, how to kick that energy and that drive back up. And you have to know what it takes to turn your ideas into a real life money making business. Even if you're in network marketing or you're affiliate marketing, you can still have your own, because basically you have to run your own business as an independent entrepreneur or IBO, or whatever you want to call it. So your ideas have to thrive. Like, you have to know how to turn it into making money. Y'all, I feel like I could eat about 5 or 6 of those egg rolls and not even get tired of eating them. Whew, it's just so wonderful. I don't know if it's the bread, the crunch, or it's just the whole thing. I don't know. It's just good. I just washed my hair, so it's kind of fluffy, y'all. That's why I keep pushing it back. It's not as straight as I normally get it because I just washed it and let it air dry. Okay, so back to what I was saying. What you want to do as an entrepreneur, you definitely want to research your market, and you want to understand and get to know the industry that you want to enter in or that you're already a part of. You want to get to know it like it's your best friend, y'all. You know what I'm saying? In case you guys are wondering, I am eating talking to you guys from my desk in my office. Sauce. So good. So sweet and flavorful. I'm also recording on YouTube. Just making sure it's still recording. Okay. So, what you want to do as to develop an entrepreneurial muscle, you want to have real projections for your expenses and revenues, and be realistic about the pricing and scalability of it all. And then you want to use technology like an entrepreneur. You want to use the technology that is available at your disposal. And so, like, social networking these days is like a real game changer for most entrepreneurs, especially emerging entrepreneurs. You can actually use it as a gateway to access the information. There's plenty of ideas you have access to and people that can help you actually build a profitable business. You have online tools that are available. That's actually integral to building a business these days. Y'all can see how brown that is. It's just nice and crunchy. It's brown. I like mine to get brown on both sides. That's how I know I'll get that good crunch that I'm looking for. I have no shame in my game when I'm hungry and I'm eating, please. So, online tools, they're an integral part of being in business these days. The right technology really helps you work smarter and not harder. And the economy online is where it's at, you guys. I mean, it seems like we're experiencing a bit of a recession right now. There's actually been lots of companies that laid a lot of their workers off. So, being online is where it's at. There's plenty of tools available to help you grow any business. And you want to launch while you're working. You know what I mean? Your daily job funds your startup. You don't want to quit your job. If you have a job, you don't want to quit just because you're in business, because that's what you're going to use to fund your business, your tools, your marketing, products, service, whatever it is that it is. If you're still at a job, all you want to do is stay in your job until you're able to create an exit strategy. You want to be able to quit with a nice cushion. If you don't struggle even harder or even want to quit. Quit running your business. You don't want to do that. So, launch while you're working at your daily job. Also, make sure that you update your bio and your resume as you go, because things will change. Your ideas will change. Your skills will change. So, update that as you go. you're going to receive, I'm sorry, you're going to achieve certain milestones. You may join some boards, and, if you've won any type of awards, may come along. You might get media coverage and footage. You might even land some marquee clients. You never know. You just want to make sure that you're reflecting this in your social media profiles as you grow. And I know I've definitely done that. Like, I have changed my bio several times on all my sites because your skills change, your knowledge change. I do a lot of self-development, so I update my stuff as I go. You know, you don't want to have old stuff on there. Um, you can even create up-to-date folders. Like, make sure you have folders. Like, especially if you have folders in your email, update those. Where, new stuff, you want to create new files. Especially if you have like cloud storage. Um, for some of your your key folders, keep them updated if you use them on a regular basis. If you got team folders, client folders, whatever. Well, that was it, folks. I should have made, next time I'm just going ahead and do it with the 3. It's worth it. So, oh, my camera. Just stop. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so I'm back, y'all. So, so if you use Dropbox, any kind of blogging content or tools and stuff, you just want to make sure you keep all your stuff updated. Also, make sure you're updating your keywords a lot. You need to know the top 5 keywords on any word combinations that people use to search for your product or your service online. You want to have at least 5 that you can keep updated and that you know that you can use them at any time. You also want to use your keywords throughout the static web pages and all your blog content on your websites, okay? You also use, because the reason being is because keywords change over time. The things that people search for change over time. That's the reason why you want to make sure all your stuff is updated on a regular basis. And again, to help develop your entrepreneurial muscle, you want to make sure your websites are always updated. You want to give your website or blogs facelift. You know what I mean? Just go back and visit some of your blogs and your stuff on your websites. Especially for the new year, you want to go look those over. Make sure your contact information is up to date. Sometimes that changes. You may have gotten a new number, a new email, new links, whatever. If you use Bitly, you may be using old links. I've actually done that several times, promoting some video or something I may have created 1 or 2 years ago, and didn't even realize that the information in the description was actually old. And I'm like, what the heck? Good thing I checked it. So make sure that stuff is updated on a regular, okay? And you want to add new, you might have to add a new header graphic, change the headline, change always means growth anyway. So you might as well just make sure everything's updated. You want to update the themes maybe on your sites. Maybe that time when you created it was some old stuff. Maybe you were in a hurry. Maybe you was just throwing something out there. Go back and make sure that they're updated the way you want them to be when you have the time to do it. You want to create new content like ebooks, audios, downloads, product samples, just so to make sure that you're still engaged with your website, especially if you've had visitors come on there and leave you some comments. Make sure that you're going on there and make sure everything's updated, because you want to make sure that your visitors are seeing that you're staying engaged with them. People like that. And they'll support your business when you do that. You want to have three. You want to always have 3 ways, at least 3 ways, to get your visitors to contact you. You always want to have updated contact information to build your, so that you're constantly building your email marketing list. That makes sense. And then you want to back your contact list up and your mobile devices. But always make sure you have a backup system, because anything can happen and you don't want to lose all that information. Your contact lists are the most valuable assets in your small business, you guys. I cannot stress that. Now, when I first started, I didn't really, care about that. I was like, whatever, just get some more, right? But no, that's your most valuable assets. You want to keep up to date on all your contacts. You can even download Titanium Backup. It's Titanium Backup. And you want to transfer all those contacts from those sources to spreadsheets even. And a lot of phones do come with sheets automatically installed. I think it's, anyways, I forgot. I know Android phones do come with some apps already installed where you can just automatically back your stuff up on the sheets that they have on there, which is a really cool feature, because you don't want to lose that information, because usually 9 times out of 10 you're not going to get that stuff back, and you'll have to work hard just to get it back. So you don't want that to happen. You also want to clean out your inbox on a regular basis. You don't want emails to just pile up, because if you do, you're going to have a world of time deleting them, storing them, and filing them. Just clean it on a regular. So basically, you want to either file it or delete it. And I'm serious. I'm still working on that. I actually need another assistant, because I get so many emails. I actually need to take my own advice, because there's a lot of times I don't have enough time to do all that. So there's a lot of times my emails do pile up, and then when I finally get some time and put it in my slot that, okay, I'm gonna sit down and work on my emails, I'll be sitting there like, OMG. I mean, it's like, oh gosh, but somebody has to do it. And you don't want it to pile up, because it's so frustrating. It's the worst thing ever when you have to go through tons and tons of emails that were sent to you a month ago, or however long ago, a week ago, 2 days ago. So just file them and delete them as they come. And then you want to invest in a new headshot, you guys. Get you a professional headshot if you can. If there's a lot of freelancers out there that charge little or nothing. If your professional headshot is like more than 2 years old, it's time to get a new one. You have to get a new one. And hire, like I said, if you can afford to, hire a professional. Don't take the photo yourself from your cell phone, but if you have to, do what you got to do. What you want to do is make sure you're smiling in these photos, because if you're in business, there's nothing worse than seeing somebody who's in business and you go to their page, like say for instance on Facebook, they're frowned up, they have no shirt on if it's a guy. You got pictures of your kids or your cat, your dog. I mean, really, people want to see you. Okay, so make sure it's a photo of you and smile and look friendly. Can't stress that enough, you guys. You want to have a professional makeup artist if you can, if you're a lady, to look your very best. If you know how to do your own makeup, then that's even more better. But it's always best to give them that business anyway, right? And like I said, if you can't do it at first, that's cool. Just try your best to look nice and professional in your photos. If you can't afford it, give that business to those people. That's what their title is for. They would love it if you contact them. That's what they want. And you want to update your IRS forms too. You want to make sure that you have up-to-date W-9s and or W-4s on all your and this is for freelance and full-time employees if you're in business. The IRS requires that W-2s and 1099 forms be mailed by January 31st of that particular tax year. So if you're a worker that still has a job and you've paid like over $600 that calendar year, more than likely you'll have to fill out like a 1099 or something like that, unless they change it. So I'm still scraping from crumbs. It's all good. So another way to develop your entrepreneurial muscle, you want to develop more content. Keep constantly pushing out content. You want to spend time making great content using social media to build your brand. Social media is where everybody spends their time now, so that's where you want to be building your brand. You want people to learn from reading, watching, and listening to your helpful information. Okay, so start a blog, podcast, videos, series of videos. You guys, you have to put yourself out there, whether you want to or not. If you want to grow your brand and make money, you have to do these things. Blogging was not my favorite, and it still sort of isn't, because even when I was in school, I was not a good composition writer at all. I was that student that sat daydreaming or trying to pick at someone else's paper to get ideas what they were writing, right? I just absolutely hated writing. And then as I got older, I started writing my own stories, but you know what I'm trying to say. But you have to get into this stuff if you want to grow your business. If you've been posting content like twice a week, you have to change that. You have to take it up a notch and post 3 times a week at least. But to really kick it up, I'm going to tell you, you need to post up to 3 times a day. So you got some work to do. You got to get on it. And you want to start like some groups on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is great for business too. You want to conduct some live interviews. Now they've got Facebook Live, and I don't really do too many Facebook Lives, but it is pretty cool. It's a cool feature. I don't know why I don't do Facebook Lives. Well, probably because I'm on more than one platform, and I just simply haven't figured out how to bring my Facebook Lives over to other platforms, which I will eventually. But I like what I like, so just find the platforms that you're more comfortable with and work them. Signature content is the best way to firmly establish yourself, as a key influencer in your particular industry. Okay. Develop your target customer list. You want to have a target list of clients that you plan to prospect to for this new coming year in 2020. You want to put the big fish on your list if that's possible, to challenge yourself. Don't feel afraid. Just you'll be able to network more efficiently with this list. Write down people that you can see yourself in business with and go for it. Carry yourself like someone with a high wealth frequency, so you can become someone who speaks powerfully and, takes a stand for how you can serve your market, you guys. And I'm still learning and developing in that area as well. And you want to look and feel like someone who is up to big things. You want to display confidence in your product or service. You want to show that you believe in what you have to offer. It's important to celebrate you and what you're doing, you guys, because once you do that, other people will latch onto that and they will feel like they want to join you in your journey. Inject more love into what you do, inject more love into your life, and you'll start to create more success. It's about being able to serve. That's what people forget. It's not about you. It's about serving other people. We serve others. We were put here to serve others. We all have a unique service, a unique way of doing things. So you have to utilize that and go on and put it out there. And when we bring love into the room, you guys, guess what? Big things happen. And, stay compassionate. You want to listen to listen to other people's challenges and provide tailor-made solutions, you guys. You have to have a listening ear. Don't make it all about you and about the money. The money will come once you make it about others. And leave your problems and your ego at the door when you go to events, when you're around people, when you're in business meetings. Operate with principle, intention, and always, always, always stay professional. All right, so that's all that I have right now. I'm going to go ahead and cut you guys loose. Um, so those were my tips I wanted to share with you that I stumbled upon on how to increase your entrepreneurial muscle and launch while you work, you guys. Thank you for joining me this afternoon for lunch and conversation with Candrea. Until next time, I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.